In this tutorial, we will take a deeper dive into the Java Enterprise Edition version 8 web application structure with the help of Maven and Eclipse. These are the steps we will take to update to the Jakarta JEE 8 web application. First, we'll update the Maven Root project, and then we'll create a new submodule using the Maven JEE Web Archetype. Then we will update this generated web app to use Java Enterprise Edition version 8. We will update the web.xml as well as the POM files. And then in Eclipse, we will update the web application facets and have a look at our natures. Finally, we will run the upgraded web app in the Tomcat 9 web server. This is a high-level overview of the elements of our Jakarta JEE 8 web application. First, servlets are Java classes that will accept and respond to HTTP requests. A filter is a component that can intercept these requests into the servlets. And then throughout the life cycle of a web application, listeners can notify us of specific events such as application startup or shutdown and HTTP session creation and destruction. We package our web apps into web application archives known as WARs. These use the same file format as Java jars and allow easy deployment to servers such as Tomcat. The directory structure conforms to a specified convention. The deployment descriptor contains the metadata for the web application and informs the web application server how to deploy and run the app. This is where we define our servlets, filters, etc. Finally, we can specify the class loader architecture, which determines how all the classes will be loaded in our server, which in our case will be Tomcat. And then there's also the here directory structure, which we won't be looking at because we won't be using traditional EJBs in this lesson. Here we are back in Eclipse, and we see our root POM and our submodule we've created earlier. And now we are going to create a new submodule. This is the web page of the Maven Web App Archetype, and we will set that up with the help of Eclipse. So we'll do a new other Maven module. We select Maven Archetype Web App version 1.4. Click Next. Change our package name. And we run the archetype generation interactively. Yes. And here is our newly generated web app. And we see the very first problem. It can't find the HTTP servlet superclass. So now we have to start fixing it. Now the reason we have to fix it is because this archetype is on level 1.4 of the Java Enterprise Edition, and we are obviously moving everything up to level 8 of the Java Enterprise Edition. So we'll go to our generated POM. We can remove these duplicates. We update the compiler source and target to 11. We can update each of these Maven build plugins to the latest version. And we're going to need to add the dependency for the HTTP servlet class. Now we'll do a Maven update project. And that looks like that fixed that issue for us. Next up, We'll look into the generated web.xml, and we see we need to update this as well. And we'll update this to a later web app specification, version 4. And now we'll update our Eclipse project natures and facets. We are on version 4 of the dynamic web module and version 11 of Java. Our project nature, that looks correct. Back to our project facets, and we look at runtimes. And we'll select the Apache Tomcat 9 runtime. And let's see if it runs. That looks good. Now we have the updated Java Enterprise Web Application template. And that concludes this tutorial. I will see you in the next one.